I know what you're gonna say. At this point, you're just tired of hearing the word lunchly. MrBeast, Logan Paul, KSI, it's all everybody's been talking about for the past few weeks, but this is the drama that just keeps on giving. You know, there's always something new that keeps making the situation worse for the terrible trio, and this time I would say that things have gone a little moldy, because apparently there's been a little bit of a quality control issue with the first few waves of Lunchly, where people have been finding mold inside of their better-for-you Lunchables competitor. And now, I know that everyone's been trolling about the side effects of eating Lunchly and how it's just a toxic influencer slop meal, but man, you know, life really is just imitating art at this point. So people have been sharing pictures of their moldy Lunchlys all over Twitter X for the past few days, and you know, at first I thought it was just like a meme, you know, people were just trying to get on the MrBeast hate train. But then this video dropped of Rosanna Pansino, Dogpack404, and Jake Weddle doing a side-by-side comparison of Lunchables versus Lunchly, and man, it's just like buying a Yu-Gi-Oh booster pack and pulling a secret rare card first try. They actually managed to find a moldy Lunchly pack.
I want to eat those. Oh.
The first one I opened had moldy cheese in it, but the second one didn't. So do you guys feel comfortable trying the second one?
Yeah.
I didn't know, because it...
I'll take one for the team. I might prefer to try the first one, but...
Okay. All right, so you guys want to start with nachos or pizza?
Neither.
So for context, these three people, they're like the anti-MrBeast brigade. Rosanna Pansino was in the extreme $1 million hide-and-seek challenge by MrBeast, where she was edited out of the top 3 in the final results, and she's been calling out MrBeast's horrible business practices ever since. Dogpack404 is the guy who released the MrBeast expose video, "I worked for MrBeast, he's a fraud," and he's been like, you know, highlighting how MrBeast was allegedly hosting illegal lotteries, faking a lot of content in his videos, and much more. And Jake Weddle, well... he's a former MrBeast employee who participated in a never-released MrBeast 100 Days in Isolation video, where he says he was subjected to cruel and unusual conditions that just broke him as a person. So this is like the Avengers Assemble type of video where they all want to get together and try out Lunchly, so the fact that they managed to get a rare pull first try was just icing on the cake. Had a lot of MrBeast fans spread the lie that I was faking the moldy Lunchly vid and I would never post the full clips with no cuts. Well, here you go. I'm sure they will still believe that this is not real, but maybe the dozens of other videos online showing moldy mozzarella cheese and Lunchlys will convince them. Again, please be careful eating these if you have them.
Okay.
Some help too?
Yeah.
You just have it done, or is
Yeah.
taking it out part of it?
I think Howard do the first. Is that the not version? Is that one?
These are molded. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. And right when I was opening these, because I thought, let's not just put them on the plate, let's like put all the food on the plate just to see what they look like. I'm opening this and this is molded. Like that's mold. That's mold. You guys, this is...
The interesting thing is that people were actually accusing Rosanna of faking the whole mold situation, so as proof, let's just upload the whole 20-minute video on Twitter X, you know, why not? It's very clear you didn't fake it, especially when you examine the seal of the container. It's not like you were the only one who had moldy cheese. The mold is the most organic thing about Lunchly. And I know people just like to mess around on the internet, but this one comment said, "I thought it was blue cheese." That's disgusting, man. And the worst part about it all is that it would not surprise me if the target audience that this product is being marketed to would just blindly believe that it's okay to eat that. You know, it's okay to eat all this moldy cheese. Like, I'm not a Lunchables enthusiast. I think that the last time I ate Lunchables was probably over 10 years ago. But you know, in my time, I was known to down a few here and there. And at least, you know, from my personal experience, I never found any of this in Lunchables. You know, I know they still have their problems, they still have their issues, but, you know, this as a first impression of your new product is not a very good look. And the fact that so many people are posting about this online has to be the worst PR disaster for MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI. There's even people on the internet who claim that they work at supermarkets, and they're saying that they've been getting calls and complaints about the situation, and people are going in asking for refunds. It says, "I work for a Kroger-based store in Washington State. We've gotten several calls to our store about the cheese and those trash-ass meals being moldy, as well as several people bringing them back and getting refunds. Lunchlys have officially gone MIA in my local superstore. One day they are chilling on the shelf, the next poof, replaced by Lunchables. Guess it's time to find a new snack BFF." Now let me just say that I'm no food scientist here. My bachelor's is in biology, not food safety, so I don't really know what's the best and proper way to handle this sort of packaging and this sort of meal in order to prevent this type of growth, but I would imagine, you know, the 3 biggest influencers in the world, or at least, you know, 3 of the biggest, they band together, they want to release a product like this. I would imagine that they probably would want to talk with some of the best that are in the business to make sure that this doesn't happen. I mean, their whole marketing campaign has literally just been bashing on Lunchables and saying how much better their product is, so this is just completely ruining their image. Like, for Lunchleys to come back from this, it's gonna take a lot of effort. And I don't know about you guys, but at least for me, I haven't met a single person who actually likes Lunchleys, who actually said like, hey, this is actually a good food, you know? Everyone who's tried it on the internet, it's just been for the memes and to make fun of it, and that's it. Now, people have been out here trying to figure out exactly why this has been happening with Lunchly. They've been doing some Twitter investigation where they're zooming in on the video to try to figure out what exactly is going on, and apparently they say that the most common issue that they found is that all the Lunchly packs have faulty glue applications when it comes to sealing the box, especially on this side that's supposed to cover and seal the cheese. Yeah, that means that air and moisture can get in. Figured I'd put this here since this is blowing up, but you can find examples of their glue not sealing on their Fiesta Nacho product as well, dating all the way back to their launch ad. Is it a bit nitpicky? Yes, but if they're gonna use organic products, then they need this Q&A. And another thing that people found that's different between the Lunchables and the Lunchly is that the Lunchables mozzarella cheese has an ingredient called natamicin. Yeah, they have that, which is a natural mold inhibitor, like it says here. Meanwhile, it's not really mentioned anywhere on the Lunchly packs. So I really don't know if all these quality control issues that have been going on with Lunchly, whether they're oversights in the development process, was it negligence, or just looking for ways to cut corners and save on manufacturing costs, I don't really know. But for whatever reason it may be, this kind of scandal, you know, this can kill an upcoming brand like Lunchly's. I mean, sure, you know, Lunchables and other food products, they've had their fair share of controversy in the past, but you have to remember that Lunchleys is a fresh brand that's been controversial ever since the moment it was announced. It's owned by 3 of the most controversial influencers on the platform, the public perception of it was already negative to begin with, and now with their first ever batch found to be contaminated like this and getting moldy way before the expiration date on the label, like, I didn't have any problems with Lunchly as a product before, honestly, I really didn't, but after seeing this sort of fiasco, like, I'm not interested in Lunchly anymore. I'm not buying that thing. Food is something that I'm personally very picky with. I'm very easy to just cut off a brand entirely if I get a bad impression of them like this, though I will say that, like, my last bad experience with a food was actually when I was grocery shopping at this one supermarket that we have near the house, and I saw that they were selling moldy bread, and bread that had flies flying inside of the bag. It was just disgusting, right? That could have just maybe been a one-time thing, you know, I've been shopping there for years, but the fact that I saw it that one time was enough for me to just stop shopping there completely. It was just disgusting. And I'm sure that a lot of people actually feel the same way about Lunchly now. Like, I don't exactly know what's going to happen with the future of Lunchly, whether the terrific trio can actually find a way to manage this PR disaster and get back into good terms with the community, but I know that at least for now, like, dealing with moldy Lunchly situation should be their top priority. Maybe commenting on social media to let people know that they're actively aware and working on it, because throughout all of this, no one has commented anything. You know, but they've just been quiet about the whole situation, which, in my opinion, just makes it even worse. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about with you guys, so thank you guys for watching.